welcome back to the Ultra HD Gamer, and this is a computer video. I have not made one of these videos in a long time, but the video is going to be about this Dell Inspiron micro desktop. As you see, there's a power button right here, obviously, and Inspiron, or we're saying that, a hard drive indicator. Well, it's not hard drive, it has an SSD, a 32 gig SSD, and then a Dell logo with a bunch of fingerprints, because this plastic attracts fingerprints. An Intel Inside sticker, an SD card slot, a headphone jack, an Ethernet port. I'm pretty sure that's a 10100, it might be a gigabit, I'm not sure. Two USB 2.0 ports, an HDMI port, and a display port, and a power jack. Then two more USB ports, one being a USB 3, and one just another USB 2.0, and then a Kensington lock. And you're back here. So, on the bottom, there's just grills for the fan, for cooling, and then legs, which are not that clean. And then 4 screws to take off the bottom cover, and then there's probably a fan so that at the back here the hot air goes out. And then yeah, that's pretty much what's inside. So the specs of this machine are: there's 2 gigs of DDR3 1333 MHz RAM, a 32 gigabyte SSD, and an Intel Celeron J1800 with Intel integrated HD graphics. Those integrated graphics aren't even for the Intel Core i series. It's literally for the Intel Atom, but it's a Celeron and a laptop Celeron. So now I'm going to take this computer apart. Keep grabbing the wrong one. Well, anyway, I'm going to take this machine apart. So I'm going to remove these 4 screws on the legs to take off the bottom cover. I have taken this computer apart more than once, and there's nothing much inside. Oops. And I keep dropping the screwdriver, or making some sort of mistake. So that's the bottom cover, and, well, on a better model, there's supposed to be a 2.5 inch serial ATA hard drive, but it doesn't have one. So the CPU is under here, and here's the DDR3 RAM, DDR3L. The SSD is right there. That's the Wi-Fi card. And there's the fan connector. All the ports are shown here. And yeah, there's nothing much to the computer. So this is the DDR3 RAM. this computer most likely does not have a removable microprocessor. So the processor is probably soldered onto the motherboard itself. So if something happens to the motherboard, you can't remove the CPU. You can just remove everything else pretty much. Or not everything else, a lot of other things. So here is the SSD, and here is the Wi-Fi card. It is the manufacture date of the SSD is April 2015, so it's not too new. And it has 32 gigs of, its capacity is 32 gigs, and what else? It is a light-on SSD. Never really seen one of those, but I mean, they're not really for sale on the internet. And as you see right here, it says SATA hard disk drive or hard drive, but there's no SATA port or serial ATA port. So yeah, this motherboard probably would have had some sort of connector for hard drive. But this is a lower end model, so they did not include that connector. As you see, right here, there's a 2.5 inch hard drive bay. But there's no hard drive. I was actually kind of hoping that there would be, because then it would be easier for me to upgrade the storage, but it has this SSD, and I don't have any of those lying around, unfortunately. And this is using a laptop style cooler, and you might be able to see the CPU from here if I turn on the flashlight. Yep, actually that's not the CPU, that's actually under it. There is a CPU, so I'm going to put the RAM back in. And put it back together. So the machine has Windows 10. It originally had Windows 8. Or actually Windows 8.1. And yeah, this machine is kind of boring. Nope, that screw did not get threaded. Oh, yeah. Need to check all the threads are. And I don't think Dell manufactures this computer anymore, or this line. The last time I've seen it was back in 2016. That's a pretty long time ago. Or actually, maybe 2017, not so long ago. Not sure. But anyway, the sad fact is this thing can't even really play 1080p video. Or at least without it being stuttery. And if you try 4K, well, it's just not going to play. Or it's going to play, but you don't see anything. It's just one picture, pretty much. Because the other day I was trying to stress test this machine, and basically crashed. Wasn't able to do it. The internet browser crashed, and yeah, I had to restart it. Well, there is a video record size limit on this video, so I had to restart the video, unfortunately. Sorry about that disruption, but I am almost done. As you see, there is actually very little dust in the system, but soon it might get quite a bit of dust. Like if this thing was used for maybe another 4 years, there'd be quite a bit of dust clogging the system. So I am done putting back together this system, and it probably will still turn on because I've taken this thing apart more than once. But this is actually a mediocre system. Wouldn't call it a great system. I have machines that are better that are 10 years old. Because, well, this thing isn't even designed to play older titles. This is designed to run Windows, barely, and maybe SurfWeb. But that's about it. And, well, please like this video and subscribe to my channel, and bye.